Here is Miss Mariam Tariq. Today, inshallah, we are going to talk about writing. So, what is writing and what do you expect to do, or the Toefl exam, what you should know about writing in general? Okay, let's start. Good writing skills go beyond the Toefl exam. They are essential for success both in school and in your workplace as well. In this chapter, tells you what to expect from the Toefl writing exam and how the writing test is scored. You will learn specific strategies for writing effective essays and 6 steps for writing well on the Toefl exam. Okay, I will raise my voice. Okay. Now we are going to talk about kinds of essay prompts on the Toefl exam. The first kind of essay that you can find, Alaikum Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so this is, as I mentioned, okay, let's okay, I'm going to start explaining part by part, and then we are going to stop and ask whether you have any questions relevant to the part that I just explained. So if you have any questions, you may write it when I ask, and after that we are going to continue. Concerning our course, it's the preparation for the Toefl exam. There are the major skills that you have to master before taking this exam: writing, listening, speaking, and reading. Okay, so you have to master these skills. This is all about how it's out, and also the Toefl, the preparation for Toefl, it doesn't like improve your English. It teaches you how, or it guides you through the test itself. It gives you like keywords, okay, or clues how to deal with the exam, or what should you study, or what the basic information you should know. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the writing skills. This skill is very important, as I told you. So, and as it mentioned, or as I said here, just in these few sentences, it reflects you. Okay, so you have to be sure that you follow like the writing strategy. It's not like haphazard way you don't like free writing or something. No, it's there are standards for writing in academic way. Okay. The first kind of essay that you are going to be asked to write is agree or disagree with a statement. They are going to give you a statement and ask whether you agree or disagree with this statement. This is probably the most common kind of essay prompt on the Toefl exam. You will present it with a statement and be asked to agree or disagree with this statement. Here are some examples. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Sometimes you have to lose in order to win. Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Do you agree that money is the root of all evil? Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Or, Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Schools should require students to wear uniforms rather than wear whatever clothing they desire. Use specific reasons and details to support your answers. Here's a tip concerning the agree or disagree statement. For example, you might answer the third prompt like students shouldn't have to wear uniforms. So you're against the idea. But there should definitely be restrictions on what kind of clothing students can wear. Okay, so this is the first kind. You're going to be presented with a statement and be asked to agree with this statement or disagree. Okay. Then take a position and explain it. This is the second kind of question. This is the second most common type of prompt to state your position on a general. The follows is from sample X. Other prefer. Would you prefer? I'm sorry. Okay. Miss Lila, do you have any questions? Okay. Kindly stick to the session now. Okay. Focus on the session. We don't need distraction. Okay. So if you have a relevant question, you may write it on the chat. Otherwise, you can wait. You can send your question on the wall of the group. But during these 2 hours, we have to stick to the topic. Kindly, because the chat affects the sound and it distracts other students and the teacher or the instructor as well. Okay, so concerning the second kind, okay, it's to take a possession to take a possession or your situation, your opinion concerning some issue or some topic. Okay, here are some examples. Nowadays, communicating with others is faster and easier thanks to technology like emails, cellular phones, and beepers. Has this change improved the way people live? Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Another example is some people prefer to travel widely and live in faraway places. Others would rather stay close to home and live near family. Which would you prefer? Did you notice? Some people prefer X, others prefer Y. Which do you prefer? And you're going to write your essay upon your opinion. Okay? You have to support your essay with reasons and details in order to show your point of view. Okay? Okay. Another example is, what do you value most in a teacher? His or her knowledge of the subject, his or her ability to interest you in the subject, or his or her encouragement and support. Which one? You have to be careful with the statement. Sometimes some people they don't read the statement, they get the whole idea, and this is this is very wrong, because sometimes you misunderstand, sometimes you write something irrelevant to the statement. So this statement is your clue. You have to read it, understand it, and build your essay upon it. Which one of these characteristics is most important to you? Which one? Use reasons and specific examples to explain your choice. Some people believe that happiness lies in our accomplishments. Others believe that happiness should come from the steps we take to achieve our goals. In your opinion, where does happiness come from? Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Okay? So, here's the tip. Be sure to read the question carefully so you can respond appropriately. For example, in the third prompt here, about the teacher, the most appreciated feature in a teacher, okay? Sorry. Your task is to discuss only one characteristic. No matter how well you write, your essay will not receive top score if you discuss all the 3 characteristics or discuss 4th characteristic instead. Okay, so you have to pick one characteristic from the statement. You cannot make up like a topic or characteristic from your own, you know, like sorry, okay, from your own head, like you're thinking that responsible teacher is the most important feature in a teacher, or the thing that you most appreciate in a teacher. And they didn't ask about like taking responsibility, okay? They gave you 3 choices and you have to pick only one feature to talk about. And this is the point. Be specific. Write your essay on what they asked you to write, okay? They want to assess your understanding. They want to see, do you understand the statement? Okay, can you build like or put your ideas in or organize them in a very nice, neat essay? Okay. The third type of essay. These prompts ask you to identify what you think is an important characteristic or characteristics of a particular person, place, or thing. In the first 2 types of prompts, you are asked to choose among 2 or more possibilities, like to agree or disagree, travel or stay close at home. Okay? With this kind of prompts, you get to choose specific characteristics you would like to discuss. Here are some examples. This is a different type of describing and explaining a characteristic. Like, what are the qualities you value most in a friend? Has your opinion about what makes a good friend changed as you have grown older? Specifically, and also as people define success in many different ways. In your opinion, what one quality or characteristic best defines success? And use specific reasons and examples to support your choice. Okay, do you have any internet problems, or do you have a sound problem? Oh, okay. The voice is so low. Guess 18. Please change your name. All of you, do you have the voice? No. No, I'm not using the explorer. Okay. Do you agree that the voice is or the sound is not okay? The voice is very slow or very low? Okay. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Okay, maybe. Yes, I said guest 80. The voice is cutting. Okay. I don't know. Try to. There's nothing. I have no chat open. So. Okay. I'm reading slowly in order to let everyone understand every single word. That's why I'm talking really slowly. This is one reason. Okay. So I hope. Just join the lecture. Okay. Okay, I'm going to explain the last part again, and you tell me whether the voice problem or the sound problem is still there. Okay? جزاكم الله خير. Okay, describe and explain characteristics. These prompts ask you to identify what you think is an important characteristic or characteristics of a particular person, place, or thing. In the first two types of prompts, you are asked to choose among two or more possibilities, like to agree or disagree, to travel or to stay close to home. With this kind of prompt, you get to choose the specific characteristics you would like to discuss. Here are some examples. So, was the voice clear? Was the sound clear during this few past minutes? It's clear. Okay, maybe my voice was low. Maybe there were nothing wrong with the sound system. Maybe my voice is low, and that's because I'm kind of sick today. So I hope that don't bother you. So if you get like a low voice or fainted voice, just give me a note to raise my voice and I will do it. So jazakumullah khair. But please just don't crowd on the chat because jazakumullah khair, because this affects the sound. Okay, so jazakumullah khair. Jazakumullah khair. Okay, kind of statements like, what are the qualities you value most in a friend? Has your opinion about what kind of good friend changed as you have grown older? Use specific reasons and examples to support your answer. Here, there is a plain questions about what features would you consider to be like should be like you should find in a good friend, or on what basis would you classify a friend like a good friend? Okay, so people define success in many different ways. So the word success can be defined in different ways. In your opinion, what one quality or characteristic best defines success? So you are going to see everything. You are not going to choose from do you agree or disagree, or would you prefer so and so or so. No. Okay, so they give you the question a plain question and you write your answer. And you are going to support your opinion with specific reasons and examples to support your choice. Why did you pick this characteristic? What are some of the most important characteristics of a good leader? Use reasons and specific examples to explain these characteristics as are important. Which characteristics are important and why? Okay? Because of the time limit, you can't afford to spend much time choosing the characteristics you will discuss in your essay. Quickly brainstorm some ideas and select the ones you will write about. Okay? In the previous two kinds, you have the choices already to write about. But you have time. Now you have to make brainstorm. You have to brainstorm your ideas, to make a list, to pick the ones that you are going to write about. The best ideas that you can crystallize the, like, you can see them clearly in your head. The ideas are complete and you can write about them. Okay? If the prompts ask you to identify more than one characteristic, brainstorm a short list, 5 to 8 characteristics, and then quickly choose the 2 or 3 most interesting or important ones for your essay. Okay? Pick the most brilliant ideas that you wrote. Okay? In a 5-paragraph essay, you won't have like a room or space to discuss more than 2 to 3 characteristics. If you feel confident that you can write more than 5 paragraphs, then you can add another characteristics. But I won't recommend this for you. I mean, like, you have to focus. You have to write first in the very first place. You have to write well, then revise, then edit. So just don't waste your time. Don't distract yourself. Focus on the quality and the quantity that it's asking for. Okay. The fourth kind. Many standardized tests use this kind of prompt. Here you are presented with an if-then scenario. Okay. If you could X, then what would you do? If X were to happen, then what will you do? Okay? They are giving assumptions. And then want you to write what the scenario, like your vision, your view, your opinion about it. Okay? The question would be left open. You can respond to the situation in any way. In others, you will be given a choice between 2 possible reactions to the situation. As in the second question type, you will need to choose one of those reactions and explain why you made that choice. Here are some examples. You have just heard that your local independent grocer may be replaced by a large grocery chain. Would you support this change? Why or why not? Use reasons and specific examples to support your answer, whatever. Okay? So you have been asked to choose 2 items to include in a time capsule. What item would you choose for the capsule? Use specific reason or detailed support to your ideas. Okay. And another example, you have recently inherited a significant sum of money with this stipulation that you must donate half of the sum to a charity. To what sort of charity would you give your money, and why? Okay, so the tip here is in some cases you may only be able to choose between two possibilities. For example, to donate or to an educational or social service organization. In others, you have limited choices, but you will also have room to impose conditions. For example, you could respond to the first prompt as follows: I would support the plan if the new grocery store could provide major saving for residents. Okay, so as you see, every kind has its own strategy and its own form. So concerning the chat, what are your questions, please? If you have any questions concerning the last part. So is it clear, this part? Do you have any questions? Because please, the chat should be really calm because this is affect the sound. So if you have any question, you have to ask now. Clear. That's great, actually. Okay. Miss Noha, look, I'm going, inshallah, at the end of the session, I'm going to post like I will be on the group's chat if you needed anything personal, okay? So we can contact on the chat on the group, not now, because we have only, you know how we have only 2 hours, okay? And this is okay. So we can, inshallah, after the session, I'm going to contact you, but Mr. Mido, this is the Toefl preparation for Toefl exam. Okay, this course prepare you to take the Toefl test. Reply in Arabic or okay, I didn't get it, I'm sorry. So obviously you don't have any questions, right? Guest number 101. You may refresh, yes, your page, your server. So do you have any questions concerning the last part? Now, okay, so the point is to be able to read the statement. The statement is the most important part. Mr. Mido, I'm sorry, I can't get you. I can't understand what do you mean? What do you think? Not familiar with this. So do you want me to introduce the Toefl course? What is the Toefl in the first place? inshallah, Miss Noha, I will contact you as soon as possible, inshallah. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you're most welcome. Okay, now, Mr. Okay, Mr. Mida, this course has to do with answering the Toefl exam. The Toefl test is taken if you are preparing for the master, or if you are going to apply for a job. Sometimes it's needed to take this course. Okay, so if you don't know, of course it's like a session to give you like an introduction for the Toefl. So you may stay with us and listen to the lecture, and please don't interrupt the lecture, okay? And inshallah, you are going to make benefit out of it, okay? Because it deals with the skills, okay? How to manage your skills and how to improve your skills. Answering actually the Toefl exam, okay? Okay, back to our lecture. The fifth kind is to explain a cause and effect. This actually is my favorite kind because it's logic, you know. It depends upon the logical relation between things or your ideas. The idea should be like logically related. Okay. These prompts ask you to 1. Consider a phenomenon and evaluate its causes, or 2. Consider a cause and evaluate its effects. Okay, so whether you are going to consider a phenomenon and evaluate its causes, you are going to talk about something and what caused this thing. Okay, or to consider the cause and evaluate the effects, you are going to talk about one cause, and what this cause lead to, the results. Okay, so you are not expected to provide an expert like psychological explanation or something, but you have to make your ideas clear, like in a cause and effect strategy. Rather, simply use your common sense and personal experience and observations to respond to the prompts. Here are some examples. Okay, we're going to talk according to your own personal experience and observations. Today, many teenagers have cell phones, beepers, and other means of instant electronic communication. How have these technologies affected the typical teen's behavior? Use reasons and specific examples to support your answer. Okay, here you are going to describe the effect. Okay, of course they are not going to tell you this is cause and effect, this is agreement or disagreement. No, they are not going to make it very clear to you. You have to understand, and this is the point. They want to know whether, do you understand this, that they are asking about causes or they are asking about effects. Okay, many people turn on the television as soon as they come into their home. Why do you think some people like to have the television on, even if they are not watching a particular program? Discuss the causes. Okay, I need just only 1 minute because Would you allow me? Okay, I just need to bring the first lecture for Mr. Mido in order to give him a real opportunity to get closer or familiar with the title. I'm so sorry. If you allow me just 1 minute. Okay. Mr. Mido. So, at length, this will introduce what is a Toefl. Okay? You're going to find every answer for your question. If it's okay, so sorry. Okay, it's not an hearing. Okay, okay, because if you can't just like listen, you need this link and download the material and read it. Like, you're going to understand everything about Toefl. If you want to continue with us, and after the session, inshallah, you're going to find all the previous sessions. This will be very helpful for you. Okay? Okay. So, concerning the cause and effect essay, it's very important to know whether you're going to talk about the cause or the effect. How would you know? By reading the statement carefully. Okay? What's the main idea? What are you going to focus, okay, on, or what is the base? Okay, make sure that you are clear about whether you need to discuss cause, what makes something happen, or effect, what happens actually. Most cause-effect prompts will not limit you to discussing one cause or effect, so you can discuss several, but be sure to limit yourself to just a few. Brainstorm a short list, and then choose the 2 or 3 most important or interesting causes or effects for your essay. If you feel confident that you can write more than 5 paragraphs of cause or effect to your list. Okay? Are the kinds of essays clear? Are they clear for you? Okay? Okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, how the essay exam is scored. On both the computer-based exam and the TWE exam, which is a paper-based actually, each essay is scored by the 2 independent readers. The 2 scores, which rank from 0 to 6, will be averaged to determine your final essay score. Thus, if one reader rates you like your essay 5 and the other will rate you like 6, your score will be 5.5. two readers don't know the score, the two readers don't know the score the other has given your essay. If there's okay, never mind. Calm down, please, in the chat. It's okay. Everybody is most welcomed. You know, like you shouldn't get bothered by it. Okay. If there is a discrepancy of more than 1 point, one reader scores your essay as 4, the other 6, then a third reader will be asked to rate your essay. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the scoring your essay. It should be like okay. I'm sorry, I don't want to look like a rude person, but really the chat distracts me, and I'm not in normal state, so kindly, this is not proper. طيب, okay, this is I'm sorry, the chat is closed. Okay, Jazakumullah khairan. Now you may focus with the lecture. Thank you. While scoring an essay is far more subjective than correcting multiple choice exam, the Educational Testing Service has developed a detailed scoring rubric to guide readers through the essay scoring process. So there is a scoring rubric. This rubric lists the specific criteria that essays should meet for each score. Be sure to review the scoring guide carefully. The more you know about what is expected of you in the essay, the better you will be able to meet those expectations. The following rubric has been adapted from the Toefl Writing Scoring Guide. We have modified the rubric slightly to better fit the writing review. Your essay will score from 0 if you leave the page blank. If you simply copy the topic, if you write in your native language, or if you write on a topic other than what was assigned, the essay about something and not make any score. If you receive prompts you are given, don't write about different topics. This is very important. You have to do the point. So you have to read the statement very carefully. This is all what you have, and they are assessing your ability to understand. Okay, to understand. Did you get the point? Did you get what they are asking for, or you are writing something irrelevant? Okay, so you have to stick to the point or to the main idea of the statement. Okay, sample scoring rubric. An A essay and a 6 essay will. An essay will get the 6 marks. The full mark actually, okay, responds fully to the writing prompt, okay. State a clear thesis, main idea. Provide strong support for the clearly illustrated that thesis through specific reasons, examples or details. Have a logical and effective organization. Develop its ideas thoroughly. Be grammatically clear and correct throughout. Use words and stylistic techniques appropriately. Demonstrate variety in sentence structure and vocabulary. Okay, so you should follow the statement. You have to understand the statement. Okay. Guest number 102 for 24. Kindly refresh your page or change it to the Firefox or Google Chrome. Hope it will work, inshallah. Okay, so you have to provide a clear illustration to the thesis, your main idea. You have to support your main idea with strong reasons or examples, details. Okay, this provides, gives the, you know, like the idea, or they understand, the reader understand that you understand, you are like you master this language. You can use its tools as well. You can use samples and reasons in order to make your point of view clear and to discuss it in a very sound English form. Okay, so also the logical and effective organization. Are you organized or not? Don't talk about point and then when you finish it and you move on to another point and then you go back to the first point. Don't you ever to do such thing. It's like it gives really bad leaves like a really bad impression on the reader. Okay, they think like you don't have enough vocabulary, you don't have like you are copying yourself, and this is very weak point. Whenever you finish talking about something, don't go back to it. Okay, and on the other hand, you have, if you are talking about some points or main idea or any idea, stick to this idea. Okay, don't jump ups and downs in your essay. Okay, so develops its idea thoroughly. Your ideas are developed or not, or you are just stating like any package of sentences and that's all, but there's no like link between them, or there's no logic sequence, or they don't, there's nothing common between all your ideas. You have to make sure that your ideas are developed as well. Okay, so the grammatical part is very important for sure. You don't need me to remind you that the grammatical part of section is very, very important. So you have to use sound English sentences. Okay, use words and stylistic techniques appropriately. You have to use don't sound like Arabic or French, or don't think in Arabic. Kindly don't focus on the session. Don't write anything irrelevant to whatever I'm saying now. Please. جزاكم الله خيرا. Okay. No, never mind. It's okay. So, demonstrate variety in sentence structure and vocabulary. Okay. Try to think about, make a جزانا وإياكم الاثنين. جزاكم الله خير. Okay, so concerning the vocabulary, it's very, very important. You have to choose strong words. Okay, you have to pick your vocabulary. Actually, try to reach to choose rich ones. And don't repeat a word that you said. Okay, if you use a word that's what they call it, it's known already. can't get the word right now, but it's okay. I mean, like, you shouldn't ever like repeat the same word twice in your essay. Okay? If you did that, the first thing that the reader will get about you that you lack vocabulary. You don't use into like news and to generate more interesting terms. Okay, I think the research it why not address all aspects of the task with equal effectiveness. Have a thesis, be efficiently developed, provide specific reason, example and details to support or illustrate it. Have effective organization. Be grammatically clear and correct throughout most of the essay. Demonstrate some variety in sentence structure and vocabulary. A poor essay will respond to the essay prompt but may omit some aspects of the task. Omit means remove. Okay, you understood the prompt, you understood the statement, but you skipped a part of it. So they are like assessing, or they are evaluating. Did you cover every point in the statement, or you just took some part and you couldn't like fulfill or respond to the other parts or all the aspects of the statement. Okay, have a thesis, but it may be unclear or insufficiently focused. You have the main idea, you have the topic sentence, you have a thesis, but actually it's not clear enough. You didn't make it like clear enough. Okay, you included another sub ideas which made that reader confused where is your main idea. And by the way, the main idea, a successful main idea will be main idea if you didn't get confused when you read a topic or an essay or an article. Okay, so the first thing that you are going to get is the main idea. Be adequately developed. 4 solid paragraphs. Use some reasons, details, or examples to support and illustrate its thesis. Have a reasonable organization, though it may not be most effective or logical approach. Demonstrate less fluency with grammar and usage, with errors and occasionally cloud meaning. Cloud meaning means like not clear. Have less variety in sentence structure and more limited vocabulary. They have limited vocabulary, which inshallah you're not going to have. Okay? And we said before how to increase your vocabulary bank. This is the 7th lecture, Miss Rihan. Okay, lecture number 7. A 3 essay will have one or more of the following flows. It may respond only to part of the prompt or not have a clear thesis. Be underdeveloped, only 2 or 3 short paragraphs. Not provide relevant or sufficient support for its thesis. Have a weak or illegal organization. Use words and phrases inappropriately. Have a number of grammatical errors, some of which lead to confusing reader meaning. Demonstrate lack of variety in a sentence structure or vocabulary. Structure and vocabulary. Okay? A 2 essay will have one or more of the following serious weakness. It may lack a clear thesis or focus, not develop its ideas, provide little or no reason, details, specific examples to support the idea, offer support that is irrelevant. The support ideas or examples or whatever the person mentioned, it's not relevant, it's out of the topic, so they are not going to count it. Be poorly organized, have serious and frequent grammatical errors, often leading to confusing reader meanings. And one essay may have one or more of the following characteristics. It may be incoherent, be seriously underdeveloped, have serious and persistent grammatical errors, use words and grammatical structures incorrectly and inappropriately. A 0 will be given to any essay that is blank, doesn't respond to the written prompt given, simply copies writing prompts instead of responding to it, is written in a foreign language, or is a series of random keystrokes. Inshallah, it's okay. Okay. Though the quality of your writing should be the only thing that matters, the quality of your handwriting counts too. Of course, if you are going to use paper-based exam, if you handwrite your essay, okay. Okay. So I hope you are done with your chat. I'm so sorry for this. Actually, I did this whole chat. Okay. So let's focus. Let's go back to the how to score, how your essay is scored according to what rubric. Okay. So if you are going to take like the paper-based handwriting, you have to make sure that your handwriting is really beautiful and neatly done. Okay. So it won't matter how wonderful your essay is if the reader can't understand what you have written. So it's a very important part to make sure that the reader understands you. Okay. In addition, like it or not, presentations count, and the quality of your handwriting can influence your score. Of course, it will influence your score. They look like for a neat, good looking answer. Neat handwriting suggests confidence and control. Of course, if you are typing, you know, like I think that typing also has like they have like features, okay, and standards. Your typing should be your punctuation, your organization, your how do you structure the structure of your essay, okay? So so it's very important to care for this aspect. Sloppy handwriting, on the other hand, may be interpreted as a sign that the writer rushed through the essay and is unsure of his or her thoughts. It gives reflection that you are not sure about your thoughts. It's not clear for you, okay? And you don't have the ability to transfer or to express your ideas, okay? To convey your message. You don't have this ability, and of course this affects your score. Experienced writers about effective essay and the writing process. How to write effectively. Experienced writers know that good writing doesn't happen all at once. Rather, it develops in stages. We are not expecting like professional writing or something. Like, of course, novelists and artists, you know, like people who are dealing with literature, they are like professional with writing, but we don't expect this quality, okay? All we expect is a good organized, well managed essay. That's because writing is a process, not just a product, and it's difficult to get a good product without going through each step in the writing process. Okay, so the point is that you have to practice in order to improve your product. It's not a product actually, it's a process. Okay, the writing process can be divided into 3 basic steps. The first one is planning. You plan for your essay, and then you make a draft, and then you revise and edit your draft. When you are under pressure to write a winning essay in just half an hour, you may be tempted to skip these steps. Some students think that it's a waste of time to make a plan and draft and so on. You should focus on writing, but actually it's very important. And just write your essay in one shot. You may end up with a successful essay with this approach, but your chances of doing well on the Toefl exam writing test, indeed on any writing task, will increase dramatically if you take the time to work through each step. If you manage your time, if you organize yourself and follow these simple steps and take your time, take each, you know, like we're going to say like it's few minutes, but these few minutes will help you to you know, like to write something special, to write something can count, you know, counts. Okay, even though you only have a half an hour, the 5 to 10 minutes you spend planning and proofreading your essay will be time well spent. Okay, you are investing your time correctly. So don't get afraid. Don't think like it's a waste of time. I don't need this time. Okay, I know what I'm going to talk about. I don't need to make plan or draft or list or whatever. Okay, no. Be sure that you need to make a plan and draft as well, and to revise and edit your draft. In fact, for essay exam, the planning stage is so important. that we have divided that stage into 4 separate steps in the section below. Okay? When your time is limited, how long spend studying on any like have a quarter of the time for planning, half of your time for writing, and quarter of your time for revising and editing. So you have to manage, you have to practice on spending only half of your time on writing. You don't need more than half of the actual time. Okay? Your 30 minutes on the Toefl exam can be divided as follows: from 5 planning, from the 15 minutes for writing, from 5 minutes writing and editing. Okay, so here, is it clear? Do you have any question concerning the previous part? Okay. The sound is clear? You don't have any problems with the sound, or? Okay. Great. That's right. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. What are the 6 steps to a strong essay, to write a strong essay? First of all, you have to understand the writing prompt, okay, which is the statement, the head of the essay. Okay, so before you can begin to plan your essay, you need to be sure you understand the kind of essay you need to write. Okay, so as noted earlier, it's essential that you respond accurately to the writing prompt you are given on the exam. Okay, so the first step is to read carefully. Then, to understand the objective of the statement, or the main point, the main idea of the statement. What do they expect from you? If you write about different topic, you will not receive credit for your essay. You are not getting any score. They are not going to count your score, your essay. It's therefore critical to understand exactly what the prompt is asking you to do. Okay, this is like a killing point. You know, sometimes it's like really serious. You have to understand in order to build your plan upon a basis. You have to extract the main idea. What are we going to talk about? Though early in this chapter we divided the essay prompt into 5 types, it's worth nothing again that they are all essentially the same kind of prompt. They are all designed to get you to state a clear thesis and support this thesis with specific reasons, details, and examples. The writing prompts also have 3 main parts. Okay? So the point is, why did we talk about the previous 5 kinds of prompts? To make it easier for you to understand the main idea, okay, and to know exactly what are you going to talk about, or what are you going to write about. Okay, the thesis, the head itself, or the statement, have 3 parts: a statement, situation, or pair of opposites for you to consider, then a question or questions for you to answer, and then directions for you to follow. Okay, Notice how the following prompts can be broken down into these three parts. Nowadays, communicating with others faster and easier thanks to technology like emails, cell phones, and papers. This is the statement, okay, the main idea or the thesis. Here, has this change improved the way people live? So this is the question. And the direction, use specific reasons and examples to support your answers. Another example, some people prefer to travel widely and live in faraway places. Others would rather stay close to home and live near family. This is the statement. Which would you prefer? This is the question. And the directions that you should follow, use specific reason and details to support your answers. Another example, you have been asked to choose 2 items to include in a time capsule. So, which items would you choose? This is the question, and use specific reason details to support your answer. This is the directions that you should follow. Some prompts will skip the statement, situation, or pair of opposites and begin directly with the question. Sometimes the statement or the prompt is directly like the phrase. Like other may include the statement, situation, opposites in the question itself. Notice how this is done in the following example. What are some of the most important characteristics of a good leader? Use reasons and specific examples to explain why these characteristics are important. Okay? Or, do you agree that money is the root of all evil? Okay? The main idea and the question itself. Equals to supposes the directions that you should follow. Okay? Now we are doing like we are just like a surgeon who's analyzing something. Okay, so the point is that you have to understand every single word in the statement. You shouldn't skip any part of it in order to make benefit out of it. Okay. What do you value most in a teacher? His or her knowledge of a subject. Do you remember this statement in the very beginning when we said we talked about it? Okay, you have to mention only one feature or characteristic. So you have to be specific. You have to follow the rules. You have to understand what exactly they want you to understand. Okay, so you're on your own way to a successful essay if you understand the statement, situation, or pair of opposites, if you answer the question directly, and if you follow the directions of the prompt occasionally. The directions will be specify how to answer the question as in the third example above. Always, directions will ask you to provide specific reasons, examples, and details to explain, support your answer or question. You have to support your idea, your point with examples, with strong reasons. Don't just like try to say any word or to state any sentence. Okay, you have to be specific. and to be clear and to develop your ideas. This is how your essay will look like. Great. Okay, so the second step is to formulate a clear thesis. First of all, we have to read and understand. Then I'm going to form my thesis. It should be really clear. Don't try to think about complicated ideas. Don't think about a number of ideas like joined together. Try to make your thesis simple and clear. Okay? Before you begin to write, you need to decide what you are going to write about. Once you are sure you understand the prompt, how will you answer the question it asks? Your answer will form the core of your essay. It will be the main idea that controls everything everything you write, and determine the kind of support you will provide. For example, the kind of support, even if it's cause and effect, so you're going to talk about the cause or talking about the effect, or both, according to the statement. Okay? In other words, your answer to the question in the prompt is your thesis. So, there's a question, and your answer to this question will be the thesis of the whole essay. So you have to focus, don't get disturbed, and don't mix your ideas. Don't make your ideas like cloudy. Make them really clear in order to avoid any misunderstanding with the reader. It's the argument that you are going to make and the idea that you need to support. A thesis doesn't just repeat a paraphrase the question or prompt. It doesn't simply make a general statements about the topic or state how others might respond to the question. A good thesis takes a clear personal position. For example, take a look through the following prompt. Some people think a good movie is one that makes them think about important problems or issues. Others think a good movie is one that entertains them with adventure, fantasy, or romance. In your opinion, what are the characteristics of a good movie? Use specific reason and examples to support your answer. Okay? This is the prompt. This is the head of the question. And your essay should base on the following. The following sentences are not thesis statements. They don't answer the question. Okay? As there are different about, okay? They asked about one thing, which is what did they ask about in this question? Could you any of you tell me? What are you going to talk about in this essay? I hope you didn't get bored and slept over the session. Hello? Am I disconnected? Chat is open. So what's wrong? Okay, anyone there? So my question was that what are you going to what are you going to talk about? What are you going to write about? Alhamdulillah, I have 4 live students here. 5 live students. Okay, 6 live students. Oh my god, I didn't mean to call you. Okay. So guys, are you listening? I mean, like, are you following? I feel like you left, or maybe you're not, you get distracted, or you're not listening. So if you want to discuss this, I don't like you right now. This is my first lecture. Okay, but actually I just explained it. So if you were listening, I think you can answer this. That the movie concept and idea itself will determine the movie important. Well, Miss Naveen, you have to be specific. Don't try to write like cloudy ideas. Make your ideas very clear. I need something more specific. If you used one word, I will be sufficient. It would satisfied. Okay, I guess you didn't. I hope you get something. Oh, I didn't change my name also. Okay, teacher. Yeah. Now, you ask about movie subject. Okay, I'm asking if you have this question, what exactly are you going to talk about? Or to write about, to be specific. This is my question. Hello, guest one. No, Mr. Mahmoud, we didn't talk about interest. Kindly don't move the screen. Thank you. So my question was, if you have this statement, some people think a good movie is one that makes them think about important problems or issues. Others think good movie is one that entertains them with adventure, fantasy, or romance. In your opinion, what are the characteristics of a good movie? Use specific reasons, examples, to support your answer. Write about movies which treat social issues. No, this is out of the point, Miss Naveen. I will never answer this question because I hate movies. Okay. Okay, but sometimes you have to answer it, you know, like if you hate them. But it's a question. It's your score, and you're managing it. kind of movies like romance, drama, social. Nope. No, this is not the point. In my opinion, good movies are these which combine between entertaining me and also make me think. Well, Mr. Rafat, it's not the point also. Mr. Ahmed Latif, okay, history movies. Not the point. I need only one word. Well, if I have to answer, then I will choose the fantasy movie. This is out of the point. Media, out of the point. Out of the point, true story. Guys, read the prompt carefully. Read it carefully. Your thesis will answer the question in the prompt. So, what are you going to talk about? I didn't get your point. I didn't get your point. Okay. Okay. Wow. So, this is really disappointing, but okay. So, here the point, your thesis will be like the characteristics of a good movie. So you are going to talk about the characteristics of a good movie. This is your thesis. So did you get it? Because here the following sentences are not thesis statements. Okay, like there are many different kinds of movies. Can we base or start to write about different kinds of movies according to this prompt? Yes or no? No. Your sentence was quick. Honestly? Yes or no? Do you think it can be like it can serve as we will not talk about kinds of movies? Okay. No. Some movies entertain us while others make us think. Mr. Mahmoud, do you think it can serve as a thesis sentence for my essay? Why? No, it's not the main idea here. It's not our. We are not focusing on this. It's not our. Okay. So my thesis should answer the question in the prompt. Like the question here: what are the characteristics of a good movie? This is the main point of my. It will be my main or the thesis, my main idea of my essay. Sorry, maybe it will be what? A sub idea. Oh, of course you can support your ideas, but now I'm asking about the thesis. This is a part of essay. Okay, Miss Samson, but we have like priorities. Okay, so the most important thing that I'm going to build on. Let me make it clear for you. Okay, so this is building. Okay, if I'm building like this, and I said this is wall, and you have to be considered this is wall. Okay, so the base is not clear, and it's not enough. It can't hold all these blocks. Okay, so the base should be really strong and coherent. Okay, and then we are going to build on our base. Okay, so the base should be clear enough to be like thesis. Otherwise, if it's ambiguous or if it's not clear, this will lead to misunderstanding. and of course I will lose marks. Okay, what makes a good movie? It's not about it's not the point. It can't work or serve as a thesis. These, however, are thesis statements. They respond directly to the question. To me, a good movie is one that both entertains me and make me think, or I believe a good movie should first and foremost entertain viewers. A good movie is one that that somehow addresses important issues. Okay? So formulate these thesis statements for 3 writing prompts listed in this chapter. After, inshallah, I'm going to upload this file on the group, and inshallah you have to answer these, choose three topics, maybe more, to write the thesis. Okay, you can add, or you can write thesis for every single topic above. Okay, the third step is to brainstorm support for your thesis. First, we finished writing our thesis. Okay, so what's the main idea? Okay, maybe you didn't get my question. Statement: in my opinion, good movies are this which combines between entertaining me and also giving me things. Okay, Mr. Rolf. Okay, let's go back to this topic. Okay, my question was on which, after reading this prompt, okay, which part you are going to write on. Okay, you are going to build your thesis upon. What's the main idea? The main idea, it's different from person to another. Okay, there's no like there's no temples or something like that. Okay, according to this prompt, these 5 or 4 sentences, okay, which part you are going to take and to build upon, or which part you are going to, about good movies from my opinion. No, the key word here is characteristics. Our focus is not on the good movie, okay? It's characteristics of good movie. You may say the characteristics, okay, or the characteristics of good movie. Okay, are you convinced? I feel you're not getting the idea, or you're not getting my question, or whatever. I think like something wrong, but I can't figure out what's wrong with. So, Mr. Rafat, are you okay with this, or? Okay. Just to make it clear, yes, I guess it's secured. But just to make my point clear again, I asked if you have this question, okay, on which part, or what will be your thesis, I mean, like, on which page you are going to build your thesis, or you are going to write your essay. So you can just write a sentence, because people are different and they think Yeah, it's not here for everyone, so we just could. So again, journey any prompt, okay? You have to read it carefully, and then this to determine or to decide on which part you are going to write your thesis. Okay, your thesis is not included in the prompt itself, in the statement. Okay, but according to one part in the prompt, this part, this 4 or 5, according to we're going to build your thing. Okay? Some people think a good movie is one that makes me think about important problems or issue. Others think that good movie is one that entertains them with adventure fantasy. And the reader or the test taker will think that, okay, I agree with the first group. I don't think that art should be like for art's sake. I would like to the art should tackle or convey a message or something. They are not asking about this. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So we said that prompts are divided into 3 parts. The first part, a statement, situation, or pair of opposites for you to consider. Like in our example here, like some people like movies. Connection. Okay, so you're following? Okay, so the point is, when I asked about I wanted you to bring which part, or to recognize which part is the most important part, or which part you are going to build your thesis sentence upon, or something like that. I just wanted to know, did you get this part or not? Okay, now is it clear? Hello? Okay, Mr. Rafat and Mr. Ali. I just got back. So you didn't hear what I said. Okay. Mr. Rafat? Okay, you don't need to read it. You need to understand it before. It's not about reading. Okay.
Okay, I will explain again quickly. Okay, when I asked you to identify to identify which part in the prompt is the most important part, or which part you are going to build your thesis upon. Okay, I was assessing, did you understand this part of the lecture or not? This part says that every prompt can be divided into three, oh my god, okay, into three main parts. I guess they are offline, both of them. Okay, so any prompt can be divided into three main parts: a statement, a pair of possession, like some people like entertainment and other like movies to deal with serious problems. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, and this part, it's like an introduction. It's introduce me to the prompt. The most important part, which is the question actually. Okay, according to the question, my answer will be the thesis of the essay, of my essay. Okay, so is it clear now? Okay. Okay. The third step is to brainstorm your ideas, to make like brainstorm for your reasons, and we ended, and then we read the prompt first in the first place, and we understood it, and then we made our thesis sentence, and the third step is to support your thesis with ideas. So in order to support your thesis with ideas, you have to be organized. In order to be organized, you are going to follow like a strategy which is called the brainstorming. The brainstorm is, once you have decided how to answer the questions in the prompt, decide how you will support your answer. Now you got like a thesis sentence, and you are going to write about it, like any thesis sentence about any main idea of any essay. Okay, on your piece of scrap paper, list at least 3 or 5 reasons, examples, or specific details to support your thesis. Reasons, examples, or details which supports your main idea or your thesis. Because you are still in the planning stage, write down whatever comes to your mind. You don't have to include everything you list in your essay. You don't have to write everything you write in your draft. You don't have to include it in your essay. You just pick up the most perfect ideas, or the most brilliant ideas that you think that you are able to talk about fluently. And the more ideas you put down, the more freedom you will have to pick the best, the strongest support for your thesis. Sometimes you write down like supportive ideas, but actually you think like, oh, okay, it's not very, like relevant. It's irrelevant somehow. So you have to change them, okay, or to pick much stronger ideas, or supporting ideas for the thesis. For example, here's how you might brainstorm support for the movie prompt above, the prompt about movie. This is, to me, a good movie is one that both entertains me and makes me think. This is my thesis. Why? Now I'm going to list what the elements that I'm going to talk about. Like having something to think about. Don't like to feel like I wasted time. Like getting... See? It's not even a complete sentence. So you don't have to worry about the structure here, because this is your draft. No one will see it, okay? Or even if they are going to see it, it's just for yourself. This is how you're going to plan for your essay. Don't like to feel like I waste time. Like getting lost in another word for 2 hours. Examples: crouching tiger, hidden dragon, plant of apes. A1. Okay? So is it clear? Is it clear now how do you make brainstorm? Of course, every supporting ideas here, every supporting idea here, you're going to write a whole paragraph about it. So now, do you understand how does it work? Okay, Mr. Mahmoud, thank you. So, is it clear? Mr. Ali and Mr. Rafat and Miss Naveen, Mr. Haytham. Okay. I was hoping actually to finish this section today. I was willing to, but it sounds like we won't be able to cover. Okay. I don't want to rush. I mean, like, we have time, we still have time, so maybe this will be the last point, and we are going to talk about the rest of the chapter later on. I will upload this material for you, though you are going to study, you will be able to study from it. I don't know, maybe. Okay, I was thinking to have another lecture on Sunday, but you're busy. Okay, there's one point I want to make it clear. If you are totally stuck and cannot think of how to answer your question or how to support your thesis, try free writing. Okay? Then this brainstorming techniques is what says free writing. So there are two kinds of brainstorming. The first one is to make list or outline, and each point in your list is going to be like an independent paragraph. But there is another style which is called like free writing. You are going to write whatever comes to your mind, even if it's a huge amount of ideas or unlogic or not relevant. Just write it down, okay? Write down whatever comes to your mind about the question or topic. But of course, this stage should be during your practice, while you are practicing for writing an essay. Okay? Don't depend on applying this technique in your exam. You don't have time to write every single detail in your mind and then to pick up. Okay, you have to see level before having your test. Language, if you like, just write. If you keep your hands moving for even 2 or 3 minutes, you are bound to come up with some good ideas. Okay, so this will help you to practice on the brainstorming in the beginning. Okay, you may even write in Arabic, but I don't prefer it. Okay, try to be perfect, even if in your planning, and try to avoid thinking in any other language but English. Okay, so we are not going to discuss step 4 right now. I think you need to study the previous. It's a if you inshallah you're going to practice these the practice included in this file, and this will help you to narrow your ideas. I mean like not to be very general in thinking. Don't think in a general way. You have to narrow your ideas in order to be specific, because the thesis sentence should be really specific and clear, and you have to practice having reaching such stage. So I think we're done for today. So if you have any questions concerning this lecture. You're welcome. So Mr. Rafat, did you get the point that that wasn't clear for you? The 3 parts of the prompt? I got a bad internet connection. Would you please add this lecture on the YouTube, please? Of course, it's going to be like recorded and uploaded to the YouTube. Okay. Rifat, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was reading it, Rafat, and you are Mr. Rifat. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you don't have any questions? You can go back and correct it, but you have to, of course you are going to okay, I'm confused. What do you mean? You mean like if you corrected something, they are going to evaluate that you didn't get it right in the first place? Yes. The final product. They will assess your final form. It's a process, that's right, but they are going to assess the final product, the final form. Don't maybe product is a not good word, but it's a good word. But they are going to assess the you know, like the outcome, the final form or essay, but they are not going to assess like steps or something like that. No, not only the thesis. The thesis, the organization, the grammatical structure, the style, your logical, your organization, everything is included. Okay. Not about the writing. No. They are not. They are. I mean, like, they are not going to follow which steps did you or analyze which steps did you follow. Because native speakers can write such things easily, because by nature they understand what's the most important point in this prompt and so on, so they don't need to study such to you know, like, to tell them be careful and understand well and read it well and so on. Okay, but we are not native speakers, so we have to like to focus, not to avoid such mistakes, committing such mistakes. It's okay. Okay. You're most welcome. It's okay. So so you're done with your questions, I guess. Okay. So good night, and sorry for being like active today, because I'm just not feeling well. So inshallah next time it will be better, and hope you are going to make most benefit out of this lectures. So سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. جزاكم الله. السلام عليكم. Okay, how to improve my listening. In order to improve your listening skills, you have to listen heavily. Okay, that means to listen a lot, at least 30 minutes a day. Listen to native speakers, like native radio station or streams, online streams or whatever. Okay, try to make like minimum 30 minutes a day of listening. First, you're not going to recognize every single word they say, but at the end of like 2 months or something, you're going to find a big change. You're going to notice a big change in your listening and understanding. Sorry about bothering today, and it's good if you think about sessions there any day. Do you mean like to have 2 sessions a week? Okay, wallahi, I wish I could do such thing, but actually a lot of students are committed, or you know, like they are scheduled with other courses, so I can't, you know, just I want to do this, but it's not my decision at the end. Maybe they want to participate in the session, but so Mr. Muhammad, did you get the answer for your question? Okay. And Miss Naveen, there is no bothering. Don't say this word again. You are most welcome anytime. Inshallah, inshallah, after the writing, we are going to talk about the listening. We didn't cover the listening section yet, so inshallah you're going to participate, and going to give you tips and everything, so don't worry, just follow us, follow up with the updates and things on the group. So I'm officially out of conscious now, so I got to go. So wish you all good night, and be safe. جزاكم الله خيرا for the session today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.